Hello there. Layman from Layman's Biology here. I look like a puckered butthole because I feel like one. I've contracted the common cold, which is a disease. However, our topic today is not diseases. Today we're going to be continuing our topic about hydroponics. Now, I previously mentioned that hydroponics have a lot of practical applications that could be used for the future. I did not really specify what that was beyond, well, they exist. So, here I am today explaining that. You see, hydroponics are useful because previously farmers would have entire fields worth of crops that required a lot of maintenance and water and care. Hydroponics are much more self-sustainable, although of course they do need supervision. And they're much less resource intensive, only using a certain pool of water that cycles in and out. In the end, it's a very well done process that leaves us with well done crops, which need minimal maintenance. Now, this is especially useful because you can use verticality when doing hydroponics. Because hydroponics are not set to the ground itself, you can have entire stacks full of hydroponic farms, which you can harvest. So rather than have an entire field, you will have, say, a storage building, which has walls lined with hydroponically grown plants. It's an interesting application. Now that is only one of them, and that's only on Earth. For example, you don't have to deal with things like drought, you don't have to deal with infectious diseases in the earth. It's self-contained, it's a very clinical way of doing it, and it's rather effective. Now, sometimes we can even look beyond. For example, if we look into space. Now, space is interesting because that's where the future of the human race lies for a lot of people. It's what they believe. And in space, of course, we don't have crops. We don't have fields of blue. Fields of blue, fields of crops. There's also fields of blue, but that's unrelated. Unless you go to Neptune and Uranus. That'd be fun. Regardless. You have limited space on a spaceship, so what better way to grow food than with hydroponics? What other way to grow food than hydroponics? So for Brad's journey across the stars, where food might not be storable, that is how you do it, with the power of hydroponics. Following that, there's colonization. Now what happens when you colonize a planet? Well, you need to colonize it. And of course, once again, there's no large fields waiting to be planted. There's simply your dome and your hydroponics. So hydroponics are great because they can be used in a lot of environments where conventional crop yields would not be applicable. And the end result is you get food where if we were 100, 200 years in the past, there would be no food. It would be impossible because, well, we don't have the resources for it. And that's about it, actually. And yes, I do have a large nose. Thank you for noticing.